Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
Oh, man. What a fun regular show we had today.
Very.
Yeah. Highlighted about 9 o'clock hour there, talking about the Bigfoot Festival in Logan, Ohio. Virginia is just in a rabbit hole of reading reviews from the In-Towner Motel in Logan where you could stay. And I have never heard worse reviews ever for any motel, hotel establishment in my life.
The best comment is where someone said they went to go get a refund and they didn't even ask them why. They just go, here's your money back. There you go. Just take it. We get it.
What was the one about, you had two, the one about the girls that walked in within 30 seconds and the one about the towels. Do you have both of those, Virginia?
I do. Okay.
Yeah.
We walked in and paid $80 for a 2-bedroom with 2 of my friends. We walked in and the room smelled gross. It was pretty hot. And within 30 seconds of being in the room, I had about 20 to 30 fleas on my legs. And so did both of my friends. We walked out and the man at the front desk literally did not ask us a single question. Just gave us our money right back.
That's amazing.
They were covered in fleas within 30 seconds.
He didn't say that. He already had the money out for you.
Yeah. And the one about the towels, Virginia?
Okay. Oh gosh, I gotta find that.
Okay,
towel
yeah,
one.
we're getting the whole thing. We're gonna do
it.
I want to do a whole segment here because it really kind of opened my eyes to just how funny really terrible reviews are.
Yes.
And there's nothing more comical than the reviews for the In-Towner Motel in Logan, Ohio. So if you've got any other establishment that has terrible reviews, send them to us, and we'll do a whole feature on this on the regular show tomorrow.
I got to look
good.
up the place I stayed at in Jersey. I bet you any money it's still in my email because I booked it.
Yeah.
I got to find out where that was at.
You do.
Because there's no way. I mean, we're at that kind of level of hotel where I was at.
Yeah.
But I think mine was a chain. I was surprised. Yeah, I got to look at my email. But yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so we'll work on doing some of that. Virginia's going to put together kind of a greatest hits, so we'll do another recap of some of the best from the In-Towner and then handle that as well. We got an email from Jennifer. She said, Jaybird needs to write a song about the In-Towner to the tune of Hotel California.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. There'd be enough material from what Virginia's pulling up.
I think y'all right, though. I think I do got to stay there at least one of the nights, or at least try to.
I think at least check in and then just document everything that we've been hearing from these reviews. Show us the fleas on your legs.
I mean, this is going to be such
the
a fun
stains
trip.
on the tiles, the cigarette burns and the comforters.
It's just so good.
The cinder block walls that clearly have had the mold painted over.
This place needs to be explored.
Agreed. In all honesty, how long do you think you would know for sure you could go? Because if you can't go, I totally understand. But I really do. If I plan it out now and get it done, it's definitely going to happen.
Yeah, I would like to go on a Friday, come back Sunday thing. Go Friday sometime after the show and. It depends upon on August. I think, at the Queen, maybe we can go a little bit earlier because Cannon would be out of school.
Is it too soon to ask the Queen for an answer now? Because I know it's so far away.
I'm gonna run it by her and say, hey, because I'd like to go up see Dad and say, hey, can we pull that just for a quick weekend? We'll be there on Friday night and we'll be out on Sunday. Morning.
There ain't nothing quick about that weekend.
Yeah,
we'll
go Friday night, hit the Pete's Crossing Friday night, Bigfoot Festival on Saturday. You can take off. I gotta go to church, and then get out of there.
Oh, I want to go to Logan Church.
The church
he's going.
I'm going to Logan Church.
The church, it's okay.
He's getting everything.
I want to be a part of a prayer group in Logan Church. Yeah,
they'll probably drag you in. It'll be
and
interesting.
I'm not there to mock. That's not what this is about. I love small towns. I love the culture of a small town. My freshman year playing baseball was in a small town, Marianna, Florida, and I fell in love with the lifestyle, how nice people are. So I'm going there with good in my heart, I swear.
They did a raise your hand survey in my dad's church of how many people were currently packing. Every hand went up.
Wow.
Oh, because if you're not
including
packing,
the 5-year-olds.
Wow.
the whole chorus, the choir.
Who's got a gun on him right now? Yep, I do.
Well, I believe that's like your ass kicked in church if you're not holding.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah. Any questions? Even if you're not, be like, Bird, just raise your hand.
I love it.
Look at that guy there. He don't have a gun.
He must be a city slicker. All right, kick his ass. Then pray for him.
We were talking about guns earlier, the airsoft kind. There was a kid that had a lemonade stand, some punk teens shot him with an airsoft, and we're like, how does that feel? Tyler said, yeah, the airsoft guns are sold at Walmart. Plastic BBs are shot. They can be up to 400-ish feet per second. They can draw blood, and if shot in the eye, you'll go blind.
Damn,
Yeah,
that's intense.
We talked to somebody got shot in the eye, and they had to do eye surgery, crack their retina.
You imagine that, shooting that little kid and not knowing if you shot him in the eye? You're driving away. You have no idea if you
They
shot
him in the shoulder. Then they came back and continued to terrorize him. What kind of animals?
Yeah, you would hope, because it sounded like there was a bunch of kids involved. You would hope at least one of those kids feels bad.
Two cars filled with teens, and nobody felt bad.
Yeah.
They were all jerk-offs.
Yep. Engineer Keith had a good suggestion. He's like, you guys should bring Cindy Falco DiCorrado to Logan with you.
Who's
I
that?
think she'd love it. She was the girl, that crazy lady that ran for mayor in Boynton.
Did she win?
No, sadly. That was the first thing I checked this morning.
Oh, damn.
No, in fact, I don't even think it was close, because the guy who won, Ty Pensarga, he got 57% of the vote. Second place was like 19%, and that's the only two they listed. So she didn't even get 19% of the vote.
And what the fuck is Engineer Keith smoking? I don't want to go into that trip. Nothing against, her.
It would definitely add to she would add to the entertainment value.
Yeah, but
I don't think you would like. Yeah,
we don't
tough.
need that kind of entertainment.
Yeah. Somebody said, did you notice in the photo, the In-Towner magazine or the In-Towner motel front page photo, that the old truck that's parked outside has a Florida tag?
It does?
That's what somebody had texted.
Yeah, it doesn't make it makes complete sense. A Florida person on the run from doing some Florida fucked up shit.
What a perfect storm.
And then that's where you stay, like they suggested, if you're on the lam.
A Florida crazy staying at the In-Towner motel in Logan, Ohio.
The In-Towner motel looks like I don't know, like projects. Like it never got updated. Like it's where it's low income. It looks like a jail cell.
It reminds me of my freshman dorm room.
Look at the inside. It's cinder blocks.
That's exactly what my dorm room looked like.
Yeah. Engineer Key said, yeah, he camped in the Hocking Hills. He even went to the Pencil Sharpener Museum and went to the donut store, Penny's Pastries.
Oh, nice.
That's one of the reasons I was Fat Kevin, man. You will love. They had this. In fact, I may have one, because they were so good.
They're still going from back in the day.
Still going strong, yeah.
Wow.
Still going strong. Yeah, Penny's Pastries. It's maybe second to Pizza Crossing.
I would fuck up some Penny's Pastries.
You with the donuts are good.
And some Pizza Crossing.
Oh, yeah.
You might go there, fall in love with Penny, and never come back.
You know anybody up in Logan that can score me some weed?
Yeah.
I figured you did.
Yeah, I do.
Logan, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, my buddy Josh is still there. He's the one that I remember he started smoking in, I think, second or third grade. I remember he would come back because you could go home for lunch. And I remember him coming back and acting all goofy. And we were like, what is going on with Josh?
There's that Logan weed.
And his brother would make pot brownies.
Oh, yeah, that'll make you act a fool. That's different than smoking weed, in my opinion. Especially homemade brownies in the 80s.
He was the dude that we used to test. He was the one that he went out deer hunting, and he forgot to bring a bong, and he had weed, and he had just shot a deer, and he carved a bong out of its antler. And I was like, that's an amazing skill.
So, yeah, he's a different level.
He's a different level. We used to always give him like 3 to 5 items, and he would make a bong out of it. It's kind of his big challenge. Yeah, so he definitely could get you weed. He gets good stuff.
I kind of like it how we bring, regular Kevin into Logan. Fat Kevin seems to be triggered. You hear Fat Kevin coming out eating donuts, talking about the pizza crossing.
When I went back, last August or whatever it was, I had Pizza Crossing pizza. So when back in Logan, I would have to have a few of those foods.
They do Sicilian pie there, or is it just a standard, just a thin?
I don't know. They might. I never really ventured too much out of the regular pie with the pepperoni. That's what you get. And then they did a pizza sub that was amazing.
Just my game.
It was such a good pizza sub.
Yeah, there was a place here back in Lake Park. It was the Twin City Mall, the Jolly Green. No, not the Jolly Green Giant. It was the Jolly Giant. It was an Italian restaurant, and they used to make a pizza sub there, and we would get it all the time. And then I'd always go to Italian restaurants after and go, "Can I get a pizza sub?" And they knew not what the fuck I was talking about.
Really?
Pizza subs confuse a lot of places.
I can see that.
And I love me a pizza sub. Get sauce, get your toppings and the cheese on a big old hoagie.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Comfort food.
I think I'm getting a pizza sub today.
Well, if it's meatball day, you should get it with meatballs.
I thought you were getting key lime pie.
Well, why not live in both worlds?
You're going to vomit.
No, I won't. Fuck that. What are you talking about? That's a Saturday for me. It's a Sunday.
We were talking also about the crazy gas prices, how they've jumped up like 60+ cents in the last week. We're asking and taking guesses how much it takes for you to fill up. Lindsay said, yeah, we have a trucking company, and it takes over $700 to fill the rigs up.
Wow.
$700.
And then how long does it take for you to have to fill up again? Is that 4 days of driving across the country?
Oh, I'd assume a lot sooner than that.
Sooner than that?
It's probably like a regular car. I'm sure it probably burns through just as fast. So, you drive, what, a good 4 or 5 hours. You're looking at it saying, okay, that's probably what they're doing.
It's hard for me to gauge because I haven't taken my car for like a long cross kind of a...
Yeah, I've never done the big rig thing, so I have no idea. I'm only guessing, but I would assume it'd be about equivalent because even though you got bigger tanks and all that, you've also got a lot more weight you're pulling. And
yeah, so you leave West Palm, full tank of gas. How long does it take for you to where you have to, oh shit, we aren't empty, we better get gas right now? How many hours would you say if you're going straight up?
Like how long before you got to fill up?
Yeah.
With the car?
Yeah, if you're doing
I always go on if you and it depends upon where you are, but if we're in a place where you can see a lot of gas stuff, when I start to see the gas light, I'm like, all right, let's get on this. That's where my warning goes off.
6 hours?
It depends upon the car because I've been in different cars. Some cars you can go and go and go, and others, bam, you go 3 hours and you're like, hey, we better fill up.
Mine's about 4.5. Yeah.
Wow, that seems so low to me.
I just did it, so it's about 4.5, 5, maybe.
So you ride it to it's about Gainesville. You had to probably fill up.
When we drive to Atlanta, 8.5 hours. It takes about 2 full tanks to get there. Yeah. That's our deal. So, yeah, that's a tough road trip to do now.
But lucky there's some Buc-ee's and there's some Busy Bees and upgraded places to stop. And
what's Busy Bees?
Busy Bee is not as good as Buc-ee's, but it's just as fun.
I got to go to this Buc-ee's. People, I get emails on the daily about how, Bird, it'll change your life. Isn't that good? There's so much hype around Buc-ee's now.
You will love it because of the variety, and they have like a fresh made fudge. Ooh. They've got a whole pastry case. They're cooking brisket. I mean, brisket in the gas station. There's ice cream. There's soft serve. There's clean bathrooms. There's souvenirs. There's T-shirts.
You get me with the fudge.
Candy bar.
The fudge, the fresh made fudge is
fresh made.
Brisket's got me. I'm ready.
Yeah, who do? I mean, no one fucking serves brisket like that.
Yeah, get something amazing like that. Aiden sent an email. I said, I was listening to your show from yesterday, and I want to let you know the gas prices in Ireland have gone up $2 a liter. That's about $8.80 a gallon we're paying now.
Wow.
The government has stepped in with a tiny bit of tax relief, bringing it down from midnight tonight, $1.75 a liter. That's about $7.70 a gallon. But yeah, people will be taking the shit out of your car in your driveway like they did here in the 80s. So
scary.
How about that? Crazy stuff. So it's a global issue, not just in America. Crazy stuff. We got Biscuit sent an email.
Oh, Biscuit.
Yeah.
That was one of the name of our hamsters, Biscuit.
Oh.
Wanted to let you know that I heard you talking about choosing Lucky Charms over Trix yesterday on which is better. And just want to let you know that Trix now has marshmallows in it. In fact, they got the Trix Marshmallows Trolls World Tour cereal.
Wow.
I'm so glad you brought that up because do you know who else does the marshmallows and is very good? Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops and marshmallows kind of brings up to that extra kick in the dick punch I was talking about yesterday.
Yeah,
Okay.
kids, do you want to get kicked in the dick?
Yeah, I do.
All right, then get this cereal, you little shitty.
Extra marshmallows.
I love the marshmallows.
Oh, yeah.
I bought Mags bought it, but then I ended up using it more than her. We bought a giant bag of just the marshmallows. You can buy it on Amazon. And then we used it as topping for cupcakes.
Yeah, you can suck on them too. They dissolve.
So good. Highly recommend it. We put them on top of Rice Krispie treats.
You're making me so
Wet.
wet.
I know.
You're
Yeah.
making me wet.
I see you.
Someone in the chat room was talking about how they made a pizza quesadilla. A pizza quesadilla. Quesadilla.
What?
Quesadilla. Quesadilla.
Quesadilla?
Quesadilla. How they say it on
It's a key lime pie, but it's a quesadilla.
quesadilla from Napoleon Dynamite.
quesadilla.
Quesadilla.
Biscuit also want to let you know that the Walgreens on North Lake at the end of Congress has some cereals on sale right now for $1.99, including Lucky Charms and Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Reese's cereal, and a couple others.
That's a good tip. I go into CVS and Walgreens and I find deals on their cereal aisle.
Yeah, right now Publix has got some BOGOs that, and I usually don't notice that kind of shit. There's a lot right now, at least the stuff that I'm into.
General Mills BOGOs, I think, are going on right now.
Yeah, if you're a Cherry 7-Up fan, it's buy one, get one free.
Okay.
Good luck trying to find Uncrustables. I know, every time I bitch about it, someone sends me a picture, and then I go to the place, and then they're sold out.
Make a peanut butter and jelly, you lazy bitch.
Well, they always say make it yourself. I'm like, motherfuckers, I get the concept of making my own shit. I like how Uncrustables does it. Step off.
Let me see. We got some thoughts here on the show. Always love getting your feedback about little tweaks and things we can do differently. Thank you guys for helping us out. First email comes from Ann. She said, okay, I love the Battle of the Generations, but why doesn't Kevin or Virginia play? That would be fun. Yeah, I think as far as me, I'm the one that I do the questions, so that's why I don't go in, because that would be the ultimate of rigging.
And I just like to sit over here and judge. It's fun to me.
Well, and you do the dirt. Maybe that gives you more insight. I don't know. Does that give you an added advantage to pop culture trivia?
I like games more than she does. She's
Okay.
gonna. I mean, she's. Okay, I'm over here every week. I'm trying to get old people united.
I prefer head games.
Yes, she does.
Yeah. So that's the reason why, as of right now.
And would it be that much fun hearing Virginia play that game? I mean, let's be honest, that much fun.
Haven't you heard enough of me?
I mean, is it?
Kristen has a suggestion about No Name Movie Game, about extending the overtime from 10 seconds to 30 or 60.
Wow.
Increasing your chance, she said, because, a lot of times in 10 seconds you could have a tie, and then it's got to go to an extra overtime. It's something to think about. The reason why it's 10 is that hopefully,
it goes quick.
Yeah, I think what happened last week, that was a rarity that we went like 5 times or whatever. And the only thing adding another 30 or 60 is the segment does start to get pretty lengthy at that point. And then let's say you do another 30 seconds and you wind up tied again. And you're like, okay, another 30 seconds. I mean, imagine if we had 3 overtimes at 30 seconds.
Yeah, and not everybody loves that bit either.
Yeah, true.
I get that a lot of people do love it, but not everyone loves it.
Yeah. So I guess that's the only reason and also too puts a world of pressure on you having 10 seconds. So 30 seconds is almost kind of like playing the game all over again. So it's something, I'll think about and consider, but that's the reason why it's at 10.
Kevin's not doing it.
I'm not convinced yet.
You wasted an email.
I'm not convinced yet.
Just kidding. I'm just being a dick.
He is taking it under advisement. No, he's not.
He's definitely. I've worked with him for 18 years. Nope, that's not making no changes.
No dent there. Katerina has a suggestion for Do It Bitch. Is there any way that the guesser can have their ears covered until the last second? I feel like the guesser can pre-think answers while the gambler picks a number.
But
I'd like to hear with more pressure.
Everyone's got that same advantage or disadvantage because we swap back and forth, so it's pretty even.
Well, and the thing about it is I almost like the fact that you're sitting there trying to think of it, because how much can you remember? Because I've tried.
Not a lot.
I've tried playing that where I'm like, okay, if I were playing this as you guys are doing, I'm like going, okay, it's this, it's that, it's that. Once you get past about 4, you're like, okay, I hope I can remember this, and it almost adds another, mind.
Yeah, I would argue that it does make it more trickier when there's a little bit of, because you're right, you start to try to get ahead.
As soon as we know what it is, I go fast.
Yeah. And you're going to say, I want to know, I'm going to say this, and then your brain shuts down.
Yeah, as soon as it's locked in who's doing it, then it's boom.
Yep.
Then we fire it off and we go.
Yep, Kevin's not changing that either.
I'm just not convinced yet. And also,
you're right, though. It's the right move to not change it.
Well, and it also adds another element where, were you really plugged in this and that? And it might get screwed up. And then people are, already you're trying to eliminate all those things that people could fight about and argue about.
Yeah,
be like,
right.
That's rigged and that's not. If you add, they got to cover their ears, then you just got something else.
Lake River, what?
Yeah.
I think we're doing it the right way on that one.
Yeah.
RJ said, Kev, why don't you let the boomers play? And yeah, that is something where of anything I've considered, that. I guess I was just like, do we have enough boomers to play? But yeah, I think that we definitely probably could. So that might be something. If we have the championship and do a reset. Right now, as far as keeping up.
Well, here's the thing about boomers. They are fucking good at trivia. They are good at all. They do. They came from a trivia time.
And the thing that I was wondering, though, is if you hit a boomer with anything that is like, who's the TikTok star that would any boomer?
But most of the people in this room don't get those either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true. I just was wondering, would it be so far out that they'd be like,
because I know TikTok's very, very popular, and I know it's got its own community, but TikTok is still not in the main frame of everyone's entertainment world like a celebrity
after
is.
the age of 24. I think that, but I would say, just from watching my daughter who's about 24, it's amazing hearing them talk about they talk and they all know they have a frame of reference that I can't even relate to. And it's really a majority of it's all based on people that are on TikTok.
There's a ton of TikTok talkers out there. I'm not saying that there's not. But it's still, for the average person, it's still going to be a fringe celebrity.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Over a certain
overall,
age.
Yeah.
So, yeah, maybe that might be something that I'll figure out how we can do that and just reset. It's kind of good now because we actually have a tie with Gen Z and millennials, so maybe we're getting to that point where we'll hit a reset on it.
What's up with my group? We just...
Yeah.
What am I? I'm generation
fuck. Yeah, you guys
Generation fuck.
I think you guys are about 7 or 8 behind now.
What the shit, y'all?
No, you're fuck face, not generation fuck.
Generation fuck face? I don't hate that.
We also, too, have an email from Oscar. He said, hey, I was listening to an old podcast. You guys were talking about Bird and Virginia doing a dance-off. I guess if Virginia lost, she had to get a tattoo of Jason's face on her ass. You guys even called Panda to make sure it was okay with him. He said he would be okay with it. So is the dance-off still on?
Two things that bum me out.
Yeah.
Okay, that's hanging out there that I want to clean up so badly. The dance-off with Virginia and me changing my middle name to Pizza Pennington. And I cannot change my name until this fucking IRS situation gets done. If I change my name now...
You'll never get your money.
Yeah, and I know people give me a hard time, and I understand that, rightfully so, because I said I was going to do that 3 or 4 years ago, but this is a problem that's been going on for 3 or 4 years. I'm desperately trying to get my name, or trying to get my IRS thing taken care of so I can get my name changed to Pizza Pennington, and I want to do that dance-off with Virginia. I'm fucking ready, dog.
Okay, I know you are. You've always been there.
It ain't me. Mm-hmm. It's the witch and the IRS.
I got to get a choreography thing going.
Yeah,
I want to just do it right.
The last time though, it was Mama's got to lose weight.
That's why I just put it to bed because I've kind of officially killed it because we always wind up in the same place.
That's the next list. How many things has Virginia killed? Sudden death.
Panda's spirit.
Kevin's spirit. Jason's spirit.
It's a list of spirits.
Bottomless mimosas at quite a few places.
Yeah. And then Oscar said, is it just me or did anybody else get this image in their mind of Panda Virginia getting it on doggy style and Panda having Jason's face staring back at his face?
Wait, what?
Lord.
Wait, where is that coming
If
from?
I got your tattoo on my
I
butt.
thought that was just a random email.
No, that's
like,
is.
dude,
Yeah, right?
put it away.
Up with that. Crazy. I discovered something yesterday that I thought was interesting. And then today on the ABC Overnight News, I was watching that. And they were talking about the Dua Lipa lawsuit because now there's another group that is trying to sue her about her song Levitating. That big old number. It was the overall #1 song from 2020. Levitating was. Dua Lipa.
I think it's 2 and maybe even 3 people that are going after that song.
Yeah, they just mentioned 2. I've only seen 2, and I finally got to hear the song they were talking about. And it's an older song from like the 70s or 80s, and they played that today, and I was like, eh.
The one I heard
Yeah.
was not a good case compared to the first. The first one we heard is a slam dunk.
The first
Okay.
one we heard is a song called "Live Your Life" that's from 2017. And Levitating is from 2020, so even the time works out, and you can see that happening. And it really was like the same.
They sound some kin.
Yeah, and so I started looking into that a little bit more, and the band is called Article Sound System, and they're a reggae group, and they're from Delray Beach.
Huh.
Yeah, I think they had got their shit lifted.
And they're playing Sunfest on the Sunday of Sunfest on May 1st. They have a new album out called Welcome to Florida, and I'd sent Denny some clips, and he's like, they're pretty good. And they're actually not bad. The song that we had heard, I mean, it sounds like
Just like
Levitating.
it.
Yeah.
Just like it.
And, I mean, Levitating, what a massive hit that is. So, I mean, you're talking about a band that is writing songs. It sounds like they could be some big hits. So.
Well, I'm not. I mean, clearly, is it Dua Lipa who does that one? The
Yeah,
Levitation?
Dua Lipa does Levitating.
She
yeah.
doesn't write her music then because she would have known that. But that's why when you don't
Probably,
write your own
yeah.
music
Yeah.
and people are just handing you shit,
Yeah.
a lot of times people aren't going to do a deep dive. They think, oh, they're not going to give me a stolen song.
Yeah, well, they referenced the thing, it happened with Blurred Lines and how much they lost on that song, where they were able to convince a judge that it was a ripoff of another tune, and they had to pay a lot of the Blurred Lines royalties to that other song. And so, yeah, that we thought the Live Your Life was exact. So I sent their management team an email yesterday. I'm like, hey, you guys are from Delray, and, you're going to be playing Sunfest, so, maybe we can get them in studio to talk about that. And it'll be interesting to see what that does for their career. Because they mentioned them today on ABC News, Article Sound System. They just referenced them as a Florida reggae group.
Look, any kind of press, especially press on that level.
Yeah.
A major artist stole your song that was a
Right.
big time hit. This is great for them.
It's going to be great for them, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see how they do. And like I said, I was doing a deeper dive, listening to some of their stuff from their new album. Like, they're actually pretty good. I think they play on the day that Soja's there, so that might be something. If they weren't on your radar, be like, who the hell is Article Sound System? If you like that kind of reggae, the stuff like the Tribal Seeds and
Are you talking
Slightly Stupid and all that.
Is Soja Boy? Is that what you're talking about?
No. They're a different. They're kind of like one of those reggae type bands that they get. I think it's Slightly Stupid. It's playing Sunfest this year.
I thought Kevin was being all hip. Soja Boy was playing. Is it Soja?
Yeah, I don't know if Soja Boy is hip right now. It's been a while since that song came out.
No, I thought you were just being hip
Oh,
by
okay.
shortening his name.
No, it's a different group. So, yeah, but I was like, oh, they're from Delray. How cool is that? I got an email here from Stephanie in Hollywood. She said, I know how much of a fanity Jaybird is. So I wanted to share a picture. I moved into my house on the canal in the last several months. I've seen an alligator, turtles, and iguanas. And this weekend, I went out there and saw an iguana. Actually hung around all day, Saturday and Sunday. I loved it so much. They're such beautiful and peaceful creatures. I just want to kiss their little snouts. My 7-year-old desperately wanted to keep them and put them in the bathtub. I just thought I'd share that with you. P.S. We did not put the manatee in the bathtub. There's a photo.
An iguana or a manatee?
Manatee.
Okay, manatee.
Oh, look at that.
I am a fanatee of the manatee.
Yeah.
That's where I would always see. You would see 7, 8, 9 of them at a time going right by the little pier area. They would put their head out there. They would hang out there all the time. I never see them anymore.
Under Cato's Bridge, it's a little bridge over to Jupiter Island, the first bridge to Jupiter Island. They have a little area where you can go down there and you can snorkel. It's a little hidden little place. We've been in the water at least 4 times, and manatees have swam through our group.
They just seem so sweet, and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe manatees are the silent dicks of the sea.
No.
But they come off as such a sweet creature. I just want to hug them.
And a lot of times it'll be like a mama and a baby.
I know, it's really it's always adorable.
When my brother-in-law had the GoPro camera in the water, he got it on video of the manatees swimming right by us, and the manatee actually touched Rocco's leg, but I didn't tell him. I didn't tell Rocco what it was. Rocco freaked out and lost his mind because he didn't know what just touched him.
Well,
it is. I'm the same way, though.
It is freaky. That time we went out, remember we did all that? We were standing on those boards out in the, what's it called? The
paddleboarding.
The paddleboarding we were doing. As we're getting out there, the guy, who's awesome, but he's telling me a story about how the last time he was out paddleboarding, how something hit his leg, and it was a fucking shark, and how he didn't want to tell his wife about it because it was going to freak her out. And I'm, dude, why the fuck are you telling me about it?
Yeah.
As I'm getting on the paddleboard.
I was in the water when he told me that story. It's like, dude, wrong time.
That's a shore story.
Yes.
Well, if you love our sea creatures, you know it's sea turtle nesting season, and coming up on Saturday, we're doing a KVJ Volunteer Army beach cleanup at John D. MacArthur State Park. We're going to start at about 8:30, so if you can show up a little bit ahead of time. I think we have T-shirts, KVJ Volunteer Army shirts to hand out again, Virginia?
They told me that they do.
Okay, yeah, because Rosenthal, Levy, Simon, and Sosa Personal Injury Attorneys is sponsoring it, so we got some cash for the shirts. You get a shirt, come out, bring your family, you just walk on the beach for like 90 minutes and pick up some stuff, and we have a good old time. It's easy, it's effective, you do something good, teach your kids to do something good, you feel better about yourself so you can go out and continue drinking or whatever it is you do that maybe you don't feel so good about yourself after doing. So this is an easy way to cleanse your conscience.
And you don't have to pay the admission to get into the park because you're there for the beach cleanup.
Right. It's true.
But once you're finished cleaning the beach, you can stay and enjoy the park. So it's a really affordable family day where you teach your kids a wonderful lesson and you can enjoy the park for free.
Yeah. So something great. So we hope you will go sign up. Go to kvjshow.com right now, kvjshow.com, and sign up, and we'll hopefully see you then on Saturday. So we get the KVJ Volunteer Army back together again. All right, Virginia, tell us all about our sponsor here today.
Thank you so much to Atoll Vodka. They are crisp and clean with a citrus finish. Pairs wonderful with a Bloody Mary. Go to mashandgrape.com to pick up Atoll Vodka.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.